Hi guys, OB Dave here.
African Ash.
Together we are OB Dave and African Ash.
Yes we are.
Believe it or not. Don't know how we came up with that, to be fair. It's
pretty original, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't too difficult to get our channel name, so
No.
really original.
No, that is very true. And to clarify for people who are wondering how she got the name African Ash, you're from Africa, aren't you?
I am. Specifically Zimbabwe, but obviously that's a really long title to have as a channel, so we couldn't really go OB Dave and Zimbabwe and Ash. It was a bit long, so we stuck with African Ash.
Yeah.
But yes, I am technically African.
Technically African, or you are African.
Well, my history of my family is British, and
What about your dad though? Your dad's from Zimbabwe.
well, he's Rhodesian, so he was born before it became Zimbabwe. But again, even though like about 5 generations were born in Rhodesia or Zimbabwe, we all come from England. Like, we're known as the Mitchells of Cornwall.
But everyone comes from Africa originally.
True. So we went back to our
So
roots.
we're all African. So,
We're all African.
hi guys, African Dave here.
African Ash.
Welcome to African Dave and African Ash. And we're trying something that's very, very close to my childhood, because I grew up in South Africa drinking this. Had my first taste when I was 2.
I mean, so this is called Castle Lager. I don't know if you guys can see it a bit better there. It's a really popular South African drink. It's really popular back home in Zimbabwe as well, and we tend to have it around a braai, which is a barbecue.
Right.
And everybody loves Castle Lager. To me, even tasting some of the British lagers, I've always preferred the Castle Lager. It's just the way they brew it, I guess, the taste, but hopefully it doesn't squirt everywhere.
I do love beer. I don't know if anyone knows that about me.
But it's a really nice beer. I really... And that's been sat in my fridge, waiting for you.
So this video is just going to be us drinking a beer.
Well, I mean, I can talk a little bit about growing up in Zimbabwe if you really want me to. No? What do you think?
I'm getting piri piri.
A bit of Vos.
What else is South African?
Vos, biltong. Dry Vos.
I'm getting the band Rogue Frequency. The singer is South African. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Nothing about the taste.
But seriously, like, how nice and smooth is that beer?
It's alright.
It's quite a dry beer, which is what I like as well.
To me, it's a little bit flat.
You think so?
Yeah.
It might be because they got shipped to me, but...
No, they both...
They did fizz.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, like those extra bubbles. The Northern is like a bit of a head on their beers, whereas this isn't like that. No, this is more like a South African
It's
beer.
a bit like Heineken to me.
No, Heineken tastes like piss. Sorry, it does. It does.
I'm not a big Heineken fan.
No, I know, it's gross. This is nice.
I mean, it's lager. I like lager. I like beer. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm just giving you some notes.
I know.
Just giving you some...
Well, like I said, this was obviously to latch on to you trying some of my Zimbabwean foods and things. I couldn't get everything, and obviously when I was growing up, the things that we had and the things I got for you to try were the only things that were available, because we had mass food shortages and inflation of 3 billion% a week. So we didn't just go out and buy beer and sweets.
That video isn't out yet of us trying Zimbabwean stuff, because there's a lot of footage. I looked at it last night and I spent about 5 minutes going... and I just went, you know what, I'm just going to play Call of Duty instead.
That's fair. We did go through quite a lot.
Yeah.
There was a couple of things in there. I really wish I'd been able to get a load more things. But like I said, sorry, I did just burp. But Dad was really surprised you didn't
I
like
just got
things.
followed into the bedroom.
Don't tell them
burped at, and then she just left. That was it. That was the whole conversation.
It was an accident. I was
and you're about
following you.
2 foot away from me as well. Just followed me in, burped at me, and then walked off.
I was following you because I didn't know what you were doing and I just wanted to be near you because I like your company. And then it just kind of slipped out. We had some more boerewors this evening and it was really good. It was just...
It was. I wasn't in the mood for eating that on camera though.
No, I know. I get that.
Otherwise we'll descend into being a mukbang channel.
Challenge? I'm not doing a mukbang. No.
I can do eating challenges.
Mm.
I can eat a lot, but I just don't want to anymore because I'm trying to lose weight, not become a even fatter bastard. But this is all right.
It's nice, isn't it?
I like beer, so it's rare that I'll drink a beer that I don't like.
That instantly to me is a better beer than anything I've had over here in the UK. I can kind of palate like I don't know.
Have you had Tyskie?
Yes,
Polish
that's
lager.
not too bad. It's quite similar. It is, but it's more bubbly, like you're saying. We do have more flatter beers, as you put it, but they're not flat. You can see
no, it's not flat. It's got that taste of like a beer that is flat, but it's not flat. It's bubbly. It's fine, and it's just got metallic
I think it's a great beer.
Right. Who do you think knows more about beer?
Well, definitely Dave. I do not drink nearly enough to even warrant a comment like that. But I remember like growing up in Zimbabwe, like whenever my dad had this, he used to try and sneak sips from his bottle. But if he had cane and coke, which is like a sugar cane vodka, it's called cane. My dad absolutely loved cane and coke. And I used to go over and I'd go, can I have a sip of your Coca-Cola, Dad? And he'd be like, yeah, sure. And I'd be like, is there cane in this? And he'd be like, no. And I'd take a sip and immediately pull a face. And he used to find it hilarious that I couldn't handle alcohol and the taste of it. But the beers... How old were you? 11?
You're lightweight. Why can't you drink alcohol? What's wrong with you?
I don't know if you saw some of the Zimbabweans. Anyway, I'm joking. But me and my sister, we used to... Oh, I'm sorry, Mum. I'm sorry.
Are you allowed to bear in mind it's potentially going out to the world?
I know. Mom knows that we were naughty. Mom knew we were naughty, but she didn't know to the extent we were naughty. So the Missouri orange, they did a flavour called Missouri mango. And me and my sister used to use it, and we used to put it in our Coca-Cola with vodka because the Missouri mango disguised the taste and smell of the vodka. So we'd be sat there with Mom having a Coke and vodka.
Nice.
Sorry, Mom.
How old?
I was 13 and Scully was like 11.
That's the appropriate age to start drinking booze, 13 in this country.
Oh, come on. Every kid did it. We snuck a little bit out of their parents' bottles.
Well, I did it at my granddad's house when... I think I went there... What did I go there for? It was just me. Yeah. And I had a beer, and I must have been like 15. Maybe he gave me like a shandy, or he used to do it with lemonade, where it'd be half a lager, top it up with lemonade.
Oh, like a shandy.
Yeah. But then I topped it up with gin, like out of his medicine cabinet. I got a bottle of gin and just went like that.
Oh no. That's almost like Alan Partridge's The Lady Boys, isn't it? Because he has that creme sort of green drink, and then the guys are taking the mick out of him, so he gets a Guinness and he calls it a lady boy.
Yeah, what's it called? Creme de menthe.
Creme de menthe, that's the one.
By far the stupidest thing I've ever drank was when we were up in the French Alps visiting my brother when he was working out there. Right. And I was drinking Stella. Drank half a pint of Stella, so there was half a pint left. Yeah. And then put 2 vodkas in it, and then topped it up with champagne up to the top.
Ew! Do you know the worst I've ever drank was... I think I asked you this once before, but did you ever play Ring of Fire when you were a teenager? So I don't know if you guys know about it, but Ring of Fire I got taught by my college friends over here in the UK, and you put a whole bunch of cards face down round a pint glass, and then everybody has to put a shot of whatever they're drinking in that pint glass.
And then someone's got to nail it.
And so you pull cards out, and obviously the card dictates whether you're going to nail it. And mate, like it had Baileys in it at one point. It had Guinness. You
can't put
Stella,
Baileys and proper booze together. It curdles.
It looked disgusting. And it had Guinness in it, and it had vodka and Coke, and it had Malibu and Coke. Oh, it was the rankest thing, and I unfortunately pulled that card. I was so sick. I literally ran straight outside and was puking in the grass. Classy bird, aren't I?
Nice work. Well, yeah, I mean, this is nice. I like beer.
It's a nice beer, right?
I got stick for drinking Budweiser on Instagram once. Because I had a cigar in one hand and a Budweiser in the other.
Oh,
and
that was when you were celebrating with the house.
Yeah, and it's like, it's an American beer. They call it the king of beers. Budweiser do. And then I thought it's mostly an American audience that follow the Office blokes. And I'm getting shit for drinking an American beer. No, I can't drink Stella all the time. It hurts.
Well, also Stella is known as wife beater over here. It does affect people's moods. I've seen it.
They've weakened it.
I know, because it was the wife beater.
It's tax. That's why they've weakened
really?
it. Yeah, I think it was 5.4 maybe.
Yeah.
And that's classed as a premium lager.
And now it's 4.7, yeah.
So they've gone below a threshold, which makes the tax
I wonder
less.
what this is. Oh, this is 5%.
Already looked. Yeah, I like beer, what can I say?
I know,
Although I've been getting back into whiskey a little bit at the moment.
See, I'm just not... I'm not a whiskey fan. I went to a whiskey night. It was Burns night on a military camp, so it was a Burns ball.
We used to celebrate it at my granddad's house.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, because you're part Scottish, aren't you?
Three of my grandparents are Scottish.
Well, there you go.
Were Scottish. Dead now.
That still makes you part Scottish. But anyway, so I was right.
Second generation English.
So, yeah, and I tried several, and they would rotate the bottles all around the tables. And a couple of the officers had actually gone to a whiskey tasting to pick out the whiskies.
I bet they were pretentious.
And they were super pretentious, but
yeah.
No, the
Don't
bottles.
sip it yet. Don't sip it yet, smell.
Well, we weren't allowed to eat until the Edgerton ate first, so your meal's like sat in front of you, like staring at you, getting cold, and you can't touch it until the Edgerton would eat. And then you would see him at the table, and he'd lift his fork, and everyone would get ready, and then he'd put his fork down, and it was just like...
that's a power move.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. It was me. I was really hungry for my haggis.
I love haggis. But yeah, my granddad on Burns night we did it every year, we did Burns night, but he was a frail, wafer thin piece of paper towards the end, like he was a stick. Had Parkinson's for like 10-15 years. He was, there was not a lot to him physically, but then he'd read out the poem. The Robert Burns poem.
They address the haggis, don't they? Yeah.
And then he'd grab a big dagger, like a big proper one.
Oh yeah.
The ones that are supposed to go in the boot, I think.
Wow.
And he'd grab it, and at the end of it, then he'd stab the haggis.
Yeah.
That used to be a big thing for us. We did it every year.
It is, yeah. Burns night is a highly celebrated Scottish tradition, isn't it? Mm. That's really cool.
Anyway, back to the. This is just us talking. Let us know if you want us to just chat.
I know, yeah, we do like talking. Story. But I have very, very fond memories of Castle Lager and standing around the braai. And it was always it was really traditional growing up. So the women would bring salads and, all the buns and all those kind of things. And then the men would all be stood around the braai with a hand, Castle Lager in hand, and all talking about, how to flip the meat properly and how long it'd been marinated for, and which part of the cow you'd got.
Man stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm having a barbecue for Christmas this year. You're away.
I know.
But Christmas Day, it's my house, barbecuing all day.
Oh.
Cigars, barbecue, a few beers.
Sounds great.
Can't wait.
Well, I'm desperate to see my family down south. I haven't seen them in ages. So I'm going to go to Kent.
Well, anyway.
Yes.
Cheers for that one, guys. I like beer. I don't know if I previously mentioned. And this is an alright one.
An alright one?
It's alright. It's not mind-blowing.
I suppose. It's not mind-blowing. And the next thing to try is Amarula cream.
Okay.
It's another South African drink. It's very like Bailey's, so it's like a liqueur.
Yeah.
But it's called Amarula tree, and it's from Amarula cream. It's from a type of tree, and all the animals like to get drunk off of the fruit, so it falls off the tree and ferments on the floor. And have you never seen, if you type into YouTube drunk animals, I'm being serious, the elephants and the monkeys and the giraffes, they all go and look out for these trees for when they fall. They're sometimes called monkey nuts.
I got a I can't remember now. It was in France. I can't remember if it was a pony or a donkey. I feel like it was a pony. I got drunk with it. With it.
That's amazing.
It's those little bottles of French beer.
Yeah.
But it started off we had Pimm's and lemonade, and then you know what Pimm's and lemonade is.
Yeah, I was a bar staff.
So with all the fruit in it, and then when we were finished that, I went and fed all the fruit to this horse. I think it was a little pony, and it got pissed. And then I was just stood with it, just drinking a few beers, and I kept like doing that, and it was drinking all the beer. And then from then on, every time I came back to the little paddock where there was multiple ones, if one came up to me like that, this other one ran out of nowhere and nutted it. It's like it was trying to get the goods.
Turned a pony into an alcoholic.
Got smashed with it.
That's terrible.
Also caught a hedgehog with a fishing net.
Oh shit.
It just ran past and I went and I was like, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Put it on the bonnet of someone's car.
If I talk about things I did as a kid growing up in Zimbabwe, we'd probably get removed from Facebook.
Well,
so.
I was like 14 at the time or something. So.
Well, this is what I mean. We used to go out hunting, so I don't think it'd be very appropriate on YouTube. Anyway, but yes, so there's still the Amarula cream for you to try. Mm-hmm. You tried some of my cousin's cane vodka, so the cane.
I had a little sip of it.
Yeah. So he calls it spook, which stronger than diesel is what he's put on his label.
Nice.
I like it. So anyway, that is the Castle Lager, and I hope you can stomach my Amarula cream because it's really nice.
I'll give it a try.
It's really nice.
So tomorrow night we're out in Manchester and we're going to get pretty merry and have quite a few of these.
Hell yeah.
And then we're coming back, and what's the card game called that we're doing?
I think it was called Who Can Do It?
Who Can Do It?
Yeah.
You pick cards and then you've got to do whatever it says on the card.
Basically.
And then you guys are going to have to let us know who's won each one, because we're not going to be impartial.
Oh yeah, we're also going to be really drunk.
Yeah, so I can't wait for that. I'm going to make an absolute tit out of myself.
Good. I'm going to as well. Like the one that we pulled out that said like act like a dolphin. I am going all out.
We'll see you then.
Bye guys.
Cheers guys. That was shit.
I know, it was shit. There we go.
There we go. Nice one.